So guys, in today's video we're going to talk about the reality about people living abroad or those living abroad, because most of the time people think life is just so rosary, we get things easily, things are easy, we don't go through stress. But trust me, we are the most stressful and depressed people on earth. Hello family, welcome back to another episode of Myriam Ange. Oh yeah, my name is Myriam Ange. If it's your first time joining me and you want to see what I do in this channel, you want to be part of this community, you can kindly subscribe. Hit the red subscribe button so you can be part of this family. You can see all the goodies I bring here as video. So guys, in today's video we're going to talk about the reality about people living abroad or those living abroad, because most of the time people think life is just so rosary, we get things easily, things are easy, we don't go through stress. But trust me, we are the most stressful and depressed people on earth. Those who travel abroad, they are really stressed. The reason why I started making videos on about living, how life abroad is, because the last video I did, it was about was why and the reason why people make 25 years, 10 years abroad and they are not successful. Because a lot of people get to complain, oh, she's been there, he's been there for 20 years, he's been there for 5 years and he has not done anything either back home or here. It's just because people don't know the reality of how we live life here. As I always say, they need to come here and experience it, because I used to be like that. When I was back home, I was also complaining about the people living abroad. It can be America or whatever part of the country. That's these people, they're kind of hard. But trust me, I'm experiencing it and I'm seeing the reality of it. So today I'm going to give you the reality of how life is here in America. If it's something that interests you, keep watching and let's dive into it. First thing is, abroad, most of the people, like statistics have shown that most of the people live paycheck to paycheck. And this is not, I'm not saying lie. You can research it and try to find out, inquire, and you will see that a lot of people live paycheck to pay. Why do we live paycheck to paycheck? Because we have a lot of bills to take care of. Just imagine you move to a new country. You don't even have a place to stay. You don't have a home. You don't have a job. By the time you have a job, you start looking for a place, right? Or maybe you have a family member. You live with a family member after some time. You cannot live with a family member for your whole time. Especially when you're grown up. You have to look for your own place. You need a job. Let's say, for example, you're making about, let's say basic when you come. Let's say $2,000 a month. You have to pay your house rent. If you're renting a room is not less than $800. You're renting a room, you have a car, you need to have a car to go to work, because a lot of Americans, they don't want to hire people who do not have a car. It's true you have a bus, you can take a bus or a taxi, but sometimes they want to hire you. They want to know if you have a car, you have a driver's license before they can hire you. And most of the time you see us ending up doing this type of layman job, because we have no choice. There's nothing we can do. So that is why most of people, they live paycheck to paycheck, because as your paycheck is coming, you have, before your paycheck even come, you have already calculated the paycheck before the paycheck even gets finished, before the paycheck comes in. So it's kind of really funny at times, because I've experienced it and it's not funny. Sometimes we get so stressed up, and we have family back home too. When you come here, you're thinking about your family, you want to send them money, friends are behind you, blah blah blah, but they don't know the reality of it. Most of the time, at the end of the month, we do not save anything. We live paycheck to paycheck. Trust me, you need to find out, guys, and this is true. And you know, the second point is too much work. When you move abroad all what you have in your mind is work, 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 work. Most of the time we do not even have time to take care of ourselves. We're just thinking about work, how to stabilize our life, and it takes us a very long time to stabilize our life. That is why you see some of us, we have multiple jobs. We have 1 job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs. There are some people who even have 4 jobs. Why? Because there's nothing they can do. They want to make that money and see how they can stabilize their life. I know about people who even have to live in their car. There are some people who live in their car and they work 24/7 from one job to another. They just have like few clothes that they put in their car, and after the first job they have to change or rest for about an hour and then move to another job. This is the reality, and this is how people live life here, guys. We need to be mindful the way we talk about people's living life abroad and how we are enjoying. Sometimes you see us riding in this nice car, having this nice home, is because we have really struggled and we have gone through a lot to be at that stage. So please, we need to try not to judge each other when it comes to people living abroad. The third point is less outing. Less outing. We do not have time to go out all the time because of what? We work a lot. Because if you want to look very well critically, you see that people back home, they have time to enjoy themselves. The moment we have an opportunity, you see we are rushing, trying to go catch some fun. And it's just the reality, because we get too busy. We do not have time to even take care of ourselves. A lot of people don't have. You see, let me take for example, you see a lot of women who reach here, they have to cut their hair. They don't braid their hair. They cut their hair and thin them because they don't have time to be braiding, and braiding is really expensive. So these are the little things, these are the little reality why you don't have to question people living abroad, because this is what we go through. Let's say you are going to braid your hair, it's about $200. You buy everything to braid it, pay the person who is braiding your hair, is about $200. So what do you think? That's a lot of money going, right? Like, you really have to work to have that $200 to pay for your hair. So what do? You decide to cut your hair. That is why you see a lot of ladies here, they have a haircut, they just thin it, like put the color, and they are just going, because we do not have time. Please. That is how we live life here. And this is the reality. If you really want to know, you need to come over and experience the life. The fourth point is, sometimes family, friends, a lot of people get to complain about us not checking on them, not having time to check on friends, on family, because of the condition where we find ourselves. The condition where some people find themselves, they don't even feel like chatting with people. Sometimes you might even text me and I see your text, but if I'm in the middle of work and I feel like I don't even want to do this job, and most of the time when we come, the jobs that we do not love. We do not love those jobs because it takes our time. We don't have time to rest, and you come again, you text us on it. We don't feel appetizing replying to your messages. We don't feel appetizing calling you, because we feel like, what are you going to do with us? Or can you help us where we are, or in the situation where we find ourselves, especially when things are difficult in some people's part, because there are some people who move abroad, they don't have a place to live, they don't have any family member, and you start texting them or calling. The thing that will come in their mind will be like, what can he do for me, or what can she do for me? She's back home, I don't think he or she can help me. That is the way we think. So sometimes if we don't call you, we don't reply, you don't blame us. Maybe it's a situation where we are going through, or maybe things are just hard and we don't want to. And most of the time we even think you texting or calling, you want to ask for money, and we don't even have money at that moment. So what should we do? It's better to stay quiet than to start responding, and at the end of the day somebody is mad because you have not sent money or you have not done this. Please, this is the reality. It's the reality. This is how we live life here. The fifth point is, when you move abroad, it's hard to make true friends unless you meet somebody that you have really, get to know that person in the past. That is why sometimes we get connected with a lot of friends back home, because it's hard to make true friends here. Somebody that will be there for you 100%. It's really hard, unless it's your family, because it's hard to find people here that help each other or are there to support each other 100%. Just imagine you move somewhere and you just meet somebody and you're just talking with that person. How far can this person trust you to know that, okay, if this person is in this situation, I can help he or she? So sometimes it's really difficult for us to get true friends. That is why the friends we have back home, we try to keep them, because here it's hard to have true friends, because true friends, you need to give time to spend with those people. For you to know somebody, you need to have time to spend with that person, get to know that person. A lot of time we are busy, everybody's finding the dollars, we are all trying to get busy with things. That is why it's hard at times to get true friends. So guys, this is the reality. These are some of the reality that you do not know about those living abroad. And I have more coming in. I'll be coming in with videos on how to find a job when you're just getting abroad, or when you're just getting to a new country. We have a lot more to talk about, and how people live life here, how people get to start life and succeed, and how long it takes people to succeed, to finally succeed. Do not see people riding in this beautiful car and you think life is just beautiful. No, it's not as easy as you think. It's not that easy. I'm not saying we do not have, we are blessed to be here, but at some point we really have to work for us to get that blessing, and it's all about time. Thank you all for watching me today. If it's your first time seeing me and you have not subscribed, subscribe. Please share my videos to friends, to family, so we can continue to grow this channel and see and motivate each other in life. It's just all about motivation and living in love. I thank you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Ciao.